I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous. I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Jets. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The team that I was 7-9 last year brought them to 12-4 in a hard-ass division, in a hard conference period. The Bills didn't make the playoffs, and they finished 11-5. What team doesn't make the playoffs when they finish 11-5? That's unheard of, bruh. So we here, it's going to be a draw to Le'Veon.
Donald on first down.
Pick it off, come on.
Incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
Good stuff, D.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle.
Well played. Lamar's having a ridiculous year.
Found his target. It's Anderson.
Come on, Humphries, you got to be all up on that, baby.
Game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Lamar,
how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up.
3,500 yards
remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
It's a run, it's a run, it's a run. It's a run, it's a run, let's go.
Cannon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Darnold. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Greystone, travel. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. That's complete. It's Bell. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in.
Bro, like, come on, man. All time is not missing that tackle.
Le'Veon Bell, 42 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Old Thomas not missing that tackle, bro, in open field, bro.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go, Wade. Get out there, Wade. Get out there, Wade. Get out there, Wade.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember,
way to get that ball off.
Quarterback's got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Throwing again. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not... the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd and 2, Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
Hey. 4 down.
Now Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And let's see 6 defensive backs out there. They're in the dime here on 3rd and goal. The shotgun snap for Darnold. This is caught. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is
Good job,
understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, boy. Mike, 57. Let's go, D.
They go play action with Jackson. Rolling to his right. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now, it's Wade. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Check 26, check 26.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And some room to run now.
Bro, you can't be serious, bud. Like, you're going to fumble the ball like that?
It's a fumble recovery for
like,
a
dude, all
touchdown.
season, that has never happened, fumbling like that, bro. Oh, my God.
McManus now for the extra point. And he pushed it right. It's no good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
Good
I like
stuff,
that.
Rook.
There he goes, right side. And
Good stuff, Rook. Let's go,
Ravens
rookie. That's what I'm talking about.
touchdown.
We needed that,
Play
Rook.
there. 77 yards as they are now on the board
Good
here in the
stuff,
first
rookie.
half.
That's what we needed,
Well
bro.
called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 31, Darnold. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, it's Bell. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Darnold.
Give me that. Let's go. Let's go. Good read. Good read. Good freaking read, B. Let's go.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Let's go now. Right to data, 8 to data. 57 to Mike. Mike 57. 57 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
He can't hang. It's free. Check your hot read.
And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
All the way in for a Ravens
Let's go, boys.
touchdown.
Two biggest players this year, baby. Make plays, baby.
51 yards as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run for it with Bell. The line closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They'll run on 1st down. Wade.
No.
He's going to get this from the 6
oh my
out
God,
to the
I would've been
12.
out.
A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Jackson to throw. will find his man on the outside. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Jackson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go. It's caught at the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball.
Go, Rick. Go, Rick. Go, Rick. Go, Rookie. Go, Rookie. Go, Rookie.
20, 10. And he
That's
is into
wicked.
the
Go,
end
Rick.
zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's second and 11.
Move. 4 down. Check.
Here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Darnold on third down.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
They're going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like.
Jackson hit
No
and he
way.
lost the football. And it's scooped up by
No
the Jets.
way, bro. Come on, bro.
Takes it to the
Like, look
house.
how
It's a
Madden is
fumble
just trying to
recovery
let
for
this
the
dude
Jets.
win, bro. Like, bro, come on, man. This, bro, Madden's sucking the life out this dude, bro. Freak out of here with that,
So they
bro.
were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Bravo! Watch the run, watch the run. Let's go. Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40. Rip right. Mike 40, Mike 40. He's coming. Man, 80. 40,
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. He's got
Go,
it.
D.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more as basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Flush to his right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Tight dog. Check Mike 40. Hey, get in the weight room. You go, young lady. Mike 40. Gotta do better.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Matt Judon came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Darnold now to throw.
Let's go, Humphrey.
Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. That one complete to Anderson.
That's short.
Give him
That's
19
inches.
on the play, but
That's
they will
freaking
still
goal.
come up a bit
That's
short.
inches, boy.
And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
He moved.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he lost the football. And they are going to get this one back, it looks like. So nearly like-for-like fumbles, but they hang on to this thing and keep it a turnover. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case,
and this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
This game is absolutely sucking this nigga, bro.
34 yards. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 2nd and 9, Jackson got a man. It's Brown. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch.
Jackson operating from the gun. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
1st down, Baltimore. Ready up. 54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. I got him. 57. 57 to Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone
Freaking
for
goal,
Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
I don't know why the freak, man, I was
This
just
will be
trying to
taken in
hit X to
at
go
the
for the
1.
extra point.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
I don't want to wait for the time on that. I did believe.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy.
Forward, backwards on me, man.
Thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. The Noodle's got it, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They come out here in the I. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll run on 1st down with Cannon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Switch gears, switch gears.
Now Darnold. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, it's Wade. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Jackson now off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. Now Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Throwing on second down. Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Jet first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it right side with Cannon. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll try again with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. McManus's point after is good.